Good afternoon, boys and girls, moms and dads. Welcome. George the Magician here. I'm going to show you how to make your solution from the wand that you had purchased. Inside the box that you received it, if you pull out the box, you will see the wand, and attached to the wand is a little bag. You're going to take the bag. Now you can use either a 5-gallon bucket or a 3-gallon bucket. This solution is enough to make 3 gallons. So I'm just going to cut it in half with my finger. You can you can bend it in half however you want to do it. It doesn't have to be, perfectly exact. All I do is just pinch my finger like that and let the rest of it pour down to the bottom. I'm blocking the other half, as you can see. I'm going to fold that in half. And then you can just simply open it up, and just, hold on. We have to use this first. You need a bottle of Ultra Dawn 24 ounces. This is Ultra Dawn, it's blue, okay? You're gonna pour that into the bucket, all right? And what I do is after I pour it all in, I take it, I put the cap back on, and I turn it upside down because you'll get like another ½ ounce out of it if you let it upside down, drain all down, and at the end you can add that, okay? So we'll go back to that. So you put the soap into the bucket, either bucket. If you're gonna make half, obviously you can use a 3-gallon bucket. If you're gonna make the whole 3 gallons, you're gonna need to use a 5-gallon bucket, okay? Because you're gonna add water to this plus the soap. It'll overflow in a 3-gallon bucket. So you dump the soap in, okay? Dump your soap in, take the powder, break it in half if you just wanna make half. If you wanna make the whole thing, that's fine. After the soap is in the bucket, you just sprinkle the powder in there, and then you need to mix it really well. You can use a stick or a big spoon, doesn't matter. You're gonna just keep mixing it until it gets milky white, okay? It's gonna be blue, obviously, but if you keep mixing it really good, you wanna mix that powder all into the solution. It does take at least 5 minutes, okay? So keep stirring it up until it becomes milky white, all right? And then you're gonna add, I only made half, so I'm gonna add 1½ gallons of water. Slowly add 1½ gallons of warm water, slowly pour it in as you mix it as well, okay? So you can get help from mom or dad. Once you pour in the warm water, keep mixing it, and then your solution is ready to go. You wanna let it sit for maybe about 10 minutes before you actually use it, okay? And then we'll go over the different techniques. Now, in the box, when you ordered your wand, the wand looks like this. There's a little loop that I always put in. I put the bolt inside a little loop just so it goes nice in the box and it doesn't get all tangled up. You need to take that bolt, push it through the loop, and then you're gonna unwind your wand, okay? Now, you see these two right here, and then you have knots down here. Whenever you do the bubbles outside, you need to make sure that you submerge the rope beyond these knots. So put it all the way in. Doesn't matter if the stick gets wet. Put it all the way in. Make sure it gets nice and wet. You're probably going to have to do it 3 or 4 times on a brand new wand until it gets absorbed into the cotton. This is 100% cotton, by the way, okay? Very hard to find. So again, make sure that these 2 knots here, because that's what the wand looks like, okay? These 2 knots need to be submerged all the way in, all right? And then this up here, you don't want it to be like this. You see how I just did that? You want to make it so that they're pointing straight down and they're not kind of like wrapped around, okay? Then you simply are going to put your hand on one end, each end of the 2 sticks, and now the wand looks like this. When you dip it into the bucket, if you notice, I'm not dipping it in this way. I'm dipping it in this way. You want to keep the ropes closed. Dip it in, let it get nice and wet, lift it up, keep it still like this. I kind of crisscross them. You don't have to. You can just put them close to each other, but I just like to crisscross it. And then when we go outside, I'm going to show you the different techniques that you can use the wand for. Now, what I want to show you real quick is the upgrade. Once you've mastered that wand, you can go to this wand. This one is similar, but it does a different technique. It makes tons of bubbles. This one will make 1 bubble, but outside I'll show you how you can make more. But you see what this looks like? It's a net, okay? That's a net. So as you can see, I have 6 different boxes, so to speak. And you still do it the same way, and we'll go over that outside. But when you do this, you will make tons and tons of bubbles. You can make a bubble as long as a train with this one, okay? So that's the upgrade, but you're not ready for that yet. You got to learn how to use the other one first. And like I said, when you're done, just wrap it back up just like that. And you can put this bolt, again, through one of the loops just so it holds it. And when you let it drain, just do it outside, lean it up against the side of the house or the garage, and you can just lean it up against the wall and let that all drip off before you put it away in the garage. The solution, you want to keep at room temperature, okay? The wand can stay out in the garage or even outside if it's not real cold, that's fine. All right, boys and girls, well, thank you. And we are now going to go outside and do the bubble tutorial where I will teach you different techniques on how to make gigantic bubbles. Also, my website, georgethemagician.org. You can go to that website and you can check out some videos of me doing bubbles and get even more ideas on how you could be a master at bubbles. So I hope all of you have fun in the sun with your bubbles. And when we go outside, we're going to go over some rules, and I'll see you shortly.